Hello, everyone. Thanks for waiting. It is Sunday, May, whoops. It is Sunday, May the 24th. And yeah, hi. I'm Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, at Clay Emo on Instagram, the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. It's my Canucks Take All in One Take. It's my weekly live stream, Sunday nights, May the 24th. And I'm thrilled that you guys are here, whether you're local, from my neighborhood in Steveston, in the city of Richmond, Lower Mainland, BC, country, continent, world, wherever you are, I appreciate you watching. I know that you could be doing anything else right now, but you are here with me tonight for the next 45 minutes to an hour or so. So, I know I'm giggling because I know that many of you are, well, not, I don't know, many of you, there might be a couple of you that were anticipating this Royal Rumble, this fight. So I'm going to say this right away, right off the bat. I'm going to address it, and then we're going to talk, okay? Because we have a lot of time tonight. I'll say right off the bat, in the spirit of transparency, that I will not be fighting with Sean and Jacob tonight, whether it's a Royal Rumble or a scripted wrestling match, whatever. I've actually thought about this quite a bit and had a good chat with Sean and Jake. It actually led to some really, really good conversations, and it wasn't me saying no. It wasn't them saying no. It wasn't either, any of the three of us. We collectively said this actually doesn't make much sense because I don't want to just wrestle for your enjoyment. That doesn't even have to do with your enjoyment. Like I want to do stuff for your enjoyment. That's why we have these live streams. But I just think there's other things we can do, which I have a great idea for you actually. That what we're gonna do instead. So for those of you that donated last week, and you actually donated because you wanted to see us fight, I'm gonna give you your money back if that's what you want. No problem, no questions asked. So I put my email in the chat at Clay. It's up at the top. It's clayemo@shaw.ca, and if you absolutely want your money back, I know we're gonna give it to charity. We're gonna give it to. Obviously, we were going to keep it to fight. We were going to give it to Canucks for Kids. We were going to give it to the SPCA. We're going to add it up and split it up. And then I'll make those donations this week. I'm still going to do that. But if you want your money back for whatever reason, I'm not here to judge. Just shoot me an email and I will happily send it back to you this week. And of course, I wasn't going to keep it anyways. I was going to give it to charity anyways. But if it was your intention was because you wanted to see us fight, I want to give that back to you. It sounds so funny saying it, but I think you guys will be happy with the alternative that we came up with, something that will still involve all three of us. And I'm gonna wait till 10:30. Justin. Okay, so it's funny. Now more money's coming in. This is awesome. I'm gonna wait till 10:30 when Jacob is gonna come down, and together we are gonna share with you what we have planned instead. So it will involve the three of us. It's something that I've talked about a lot on this live stream before. And actually, I think both in quality and quantity will be much more entertaining than watching us scrap for a little bit. Okay, so there we go. Thank you for your understanding. I really appreciate it. If you know me, you probably know where I'm coming from. I want to do stuff that's fun, that's entertaining for you, but at the same time, that makes sense to do. And I was just not convinced that fighting, although I know you guys really like I know that you really like the arm wrestling, which was a lot of fun, but I think that was the extent of it because, yeah. So that's my reasoning. I hope you accept it, and I thank you for accepting it in advance. And then, yeah, we have an alternative that we're going to come up with that we're going to announce at 10:30, so we can go from there. So don't give this video a thumbs down because of that. Just stay neutral, or you can give it a thumbs up if you'd like to. And I'm going to talk a bit about what I've been talking about for the past week or so on my videos. And then I want to answer your questions really quickly. Not really quickly. I want to answer your questions, and then we will get going from there. I see that Justin actually donated $2 US, even though he was booing, made a mad emoji face that we aren't going to do the fight yet. He still gave $2 US. So Justin, I really appreciate you. And I appreciate all of you that donated last week. Trust me, the money will go to one or two great causes, i.e. the SPCA, because we were talking about dogs a lot for the past couple of weeks. My dog, Mickey, and a couple of you guys have new dogs, which is cool. And then, of course, the Canucks for Kids fun. All right, so this week, a busy week on the vlog. I did one interview, and that was Actually, no. Actually, I haven't done an interview since SAT, and that was last week actually. So this week, I did a vlog on way back on Monday, which was talking about the top 10 prospects. Actually, throughout the week, I talked about the top 10 prospects that the Athletic came up with for the Vancouver Canucks. I talked about the 50th season. Oh no, here we are. Okay, I did a reaction video, the top 10 plays of the Canucks season. I also talked about Nikita Trampkin a little bit. Talked about Vancouver versus Minnesota, which I know many of you want to talk about. And then I also looked at this 24-team play-in, which we'll talk about as well. But basically, the 24-team play-in is basically 4 teams on one side. It looks like we're lagging. No, we're fine. Basically, 8 teams get a bye. So 4 teams in the West, 4 teams in the East, and then the next 8 in each conference. Those play down to 4 in each conference. So let's take the West, for example. You'd have St. Louis, Colorado, Vegas, and Dallas getting the top 4 byes. And then teams 5 through 12 would play down, 8 teams down to 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 plays 12, 6 plays 11, 7 plays 10, 8 plays 9. Vancouver's the 7. They'll play against Minnesota, the 10. And then the winner of that would play against Colorado in the 2-hole. So one of the vlogs, the more popular vlogs I did this week talked about that 5 versus 12, 6 versus 11, 7 versus 10, 8 versus 9, that seeding. And then once they get through, should they reseed the teams 1 through 8? And there's 2 things we got to look at there, and we'll talk about it right away. For the 4 teams that are playing each other while they're waiting, St. Louis, Colorado, Vegas, and Dallas, should those teams be reseeded based on their little mini round robin tournament? Some would say yes, some would say no, because you don't. St. Louis and Colorado finished quite far ahead of Vegas and Dallas, so there's almost 2 tiers in the top 4. And then once the new 4 get through, imagine if number 12 beats, and if number 12 in this case, imagine number 12 Chicago beats number 5 Edmonton. So just imagine that Chicago beats Edmonton, and then now it's the number 4 seed, which is Dallas. Dallas will have to play against the number 12, so the easier one, whereas you'd argue number 1, St. Louis, would have to play the winner of 8-9, which is Winnipeg and Calgary and Winnipeg. So if they do not reseed after that first play-in round, then what happens is then technically Dallas as the 4 seed might get an easier draw, i.e. number 12, than the number 1 seed St. Louis would against number 8 or 9. Winnipeg or Calgary. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. So there's 2 reseeding issues that we can look at and we can talk about as we go. And I talked about that today. I just missed another donation because I was blabbing so much. That was Justin. Justin, you gave $5. The emo family with the voice of reason. Keep up the great job and go. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate it. Even though you were the first one who says, is the Royal Rumble happening tonight? So thank you. I think I know that you guys will be happy. And you don't have to give any more money. I really appreciate that you guys giving money. You know it's going to charity. But I will say this. We raised $52 last week. We're going to do something for sure next week. No, for sure. No bait and switch. We have an athletic competition ready for you for next week. If, though, we double that to $100 today, again, all going to charity, we will actually provide for your view enjoyment 2 athletic competitions for you next week. I will talk about that at 10:30 tonight. But we know we're in for one for sure, and then we might do a second one as well. But that's only if we get to $100, and I don't expect us to get $100 because you guys have been more than generous already. Okay, enough patronizing you. Let's get to your questions. HSM Fangirl Gaming, hey Clay. I'm sorry, Dexter, get donating, guys. I'm out of money. Yeah, Dexter, you're the big donor last weekend. You're the one who actually initiated the arm wrestle, so good job. Okay, HSM Fangirl Gaming. Hey, Clay, when the NHL resumes, do you think they will have to social distance between players in locker rooms or even no fighting in games? Yes, HSM Fangirl, we've heard things that there might be no fighting. They're going to be really tough on the scrums, so after a whistle is blown, they're not going to allow players to congregate. And go for the puck and push and shove, which is kind of tough because, you don't want any cheap players taking advantage of that, right? Giving a guy a stick or a spear or a slash because they know that they can't do anything to him. So that's going to be tricky. But yes, they're talking about no fighting, no scrums, full face shields for the players, which would be an adjustment for sure. And then coaches, even less coaches on the bench and them wearing masks. So that's at least 4 things I've heard them talk about already. And then that goes without saying, testing, locker room cleanliness, all those things. Great question, but we'll see what happens. Justin. Oh, by the way, I did a poll on Twitter saying, how badly do you want hockey to come back? We had over 600 votes, and the majority, it was like 45% said absolutely yes, they want hockey back. 25% were it would be nice. Then it was split. It was like 15% were indifferent, and then there's only 15% that said no, absolutely not. So 10:30, not 6:49. 10:30 is when Jacob's coming down. I said that earlier, but yes, Jacob's coming down at 10:30. So yes, 75% of you, 45 and 25 are saying either it would be nice or they really want it to happen. Only 15% of you saying indifferent, and only 15% saying I'd rather not have hockey. I've actually heard a lot of people, it seems like more than 15% say on Twitter that they don't want hockey to happen, that it's not worth it to them, this whole COVID thing, the risk of a second wave, a transmission, passing it through players, and then no fans, blah, blah, blah. And that's fair, to each his own, but it seems like a very loud minority, if only 15% said that in my poll. But I see a lot of vocal people on Twitter talking about it, and that's fine, right? Because they might not feel like it's worth it. Justin, HSI Fangirl, that's a good question. They should practice social distance by only playing 3-on-3, 8-minute periods. Yeah, Justin, it would be fun. 3-on-3 would be fun, but I think it kind of takes integrity of the game. They're already worried about the integrity of the game with the play-in, the best of 5, best of 7, all those things. So, if they come back, I'm sure they come back full, but they would have to do stuff to kind of to mitigate the risk for sure. Justin, is the Royal Rumble happening tonight? I'm sorry, no, it's not. Clay, so I said, here's my email, clayemail@shaw.ca. We'll explain why in a bit. So again, if you want any of your money back, just shoot me a message and I will e-transfer you this week. Justin, anyone thinking the Canucks have a shot at a deep run? Canucks being fully healthy. So Justin, I'll say 2 things about that. Every team's going to get healthier though, right? You think of guys like Jake Gensel and other players throughout the league who are going to get healthier, which is fine. It means more competitive hockey, right? They're basically being off for 4 months. But yes, for the Canucks itself, you have a healthy Jacob Markstrom. Chris Tanev got injured in the final game. He'll be back. Potential to have Josh Levo and even maybe Michael Furlan, although that one's always iffy. So yeah, I think all you need is a hot goaltender. That's the biggest factor in the playoffs sometimes. And we have the potential to have that one of the, when he gets on a roll, one of the hottest goaltenders in the entire NHL. So I do like it. I do like the Canucks' chances for a deep run, but a lot of things will have to go well. But it does start with Jacob Markstrom. Great question, Justin. Nux, hey Clay, how you doing? I'm doing great, Nux. I hope you're doing well. Back at work in my building this week, so that went well. I was phase 1 of 4, all the directors and management. Not studying, as you guys know, my master's, so I've had a lot of time to do a lot of fun things, working some music projects, continue to vlog every day. My family and I did an audition video for a casting company today, which is kind of fun. So we're having, maybe I'll post that later in the week, but we're having a lot of fun. Thank you for asking. My wife, Gail, the biggest change, she's going back to work tomorrow. So it's crazy. You guys heard, as a teacher, she has to do online learning, and she now has to do in-person learning for any students going to school. So we will definitely see how that goes. But thank you for asking, and I hope you guys, not only you, Nux649, but I hope everyone is doing well. I think they have a great shot to make it to 3rd round. Yeah, they got to get through, I see in my bracket, they got to get through Minnesota, and then they got to take out Colorado, and then basically they'd be in the conference final. So whoever that would be, St. Louis or Vegas or Dallas. Rob, yes, Justin, I do. Yep, so Rob thinks that the Canucks have a deep run in them. That's cool. A fully healthy Canucks is scary. Yeah, it's exciting, especially our forwards. I think it's kind of like a valley, right? Our forwards are good, our goaltending is good, and then maybe the D is the weakest part of the team. Yes, we have Quinn Hughes, but a lot of our D got exposed throughout the year. But maybe we can outscore our problems with the top 6 of Pettersson, Miller, Toffoli, Pearson, Horvat, and Besser. Sounds really, really good. 3rd line of Gaudette, Virtanen, and a Levo or a Mod, whoever you want, or maybe you sell, and then you have Mott, Sutter, Beagle on the 4th line. You have Zach McEwen there. You have Louis Eriksson there as extras as well. Yeah. Justin, ladies and gentlemen, the main event. Oh, Justin, I feel so bad. Justin Hart, that was Justin Hart. Justin Lai says, exactly, with the depth, and if we can get some good goaltending, we can beat anyone. I love that confidence. Justin Lai also says, a healthy Markey alone can steal games. I agree. Nux, I can't wait for Canucks versus Wild. It's going to be an easy series for Canucks, my prediction. Yeah, and it sounds like this play-in series. So remember, the play-in is 24 teams, the bottom 16 of those 24. Playoffs is the traditional 16, 4 rounds of 7. The play-in sounds like it's going to be best of 5. I like the Canucks' chances. You guys know this, or I've vlogged about this. The Canucks beat Minnesota 4-1 in Minnesota. The Canucks lost to Minnesota 4-2 in Minnesota, and then Minnesota beat the Canucks 4-3 in a shootout in Vancouver at the end of February. So for all intents and purposes, the season series was 1-1-1. But I love the Canucks. I love the Canucks' depth at forward, and I love their goaltending. And I think Minnesota has a better D. Justin, another $3. Thank you very much. Very, very kind of you, Justin. And staying up to watch from Texas. That is very, very, very generous of you. Let's keep on going. Nux, because we are fully healed up. Yep. Justin live, best of 5. Yes, you got it. Justin, Wild has given us some trouble this regular season, but we haven't been fully healthy against them. We should take them pretty easily. Hope with the younger legs and depth of our team. That's the plan. Just does anyone get excited when you hear the phrase Minnesota Wild? I know I don't. They've got to be the most nondescript team in the entire NHL. Justin says, I'm here for the wrestling. Sorry, Justin. Both Justins. Matthew, hey Clay, imagine 3-on-3 playoffs. Holy, it would be, it'd be crazy. It'd be fun. I think actually the novelty would wear off a little bit. Like it'll be fast, but it wouldn't be intense, right? Because no one would try and hit anyone because you'd be so afraid to put yourself out of position. So depends what you want in a playoff series. Ryan, hey Clay, hope you're doing well. I'm fighting off a bug. Ryan, fight that bug off. I hope you're doing okay. And yeah, last I checked, you told me that they've delayed your return to work back a little bit, right, Ryan? Let me know. Simple Fitness, yo, what's good, Clay? Oh, everything's good. How are you, Simple Fitness? That name itself sounds good. Things are going good. Thank you for asking. Okay, then this is when I said basically that there's gonna be no fight. So boo, mad face, boo. Then, okay, I forgive you, Clay. Thank you. Dexter, keep my money and donate to charity. Thank you, Dexter. You're the big donor last week. Nux says boo. Sorry, Nux. Ryan says donate to charity. Thank you. And then we had Justin with $2 US. Then Edmund, hey Clay, have you got a chance to visit the mall since phase 2 started the pandemic? No, I don't. Actually, I don't even go to the mall when there's no pandemic. I hate the mall. I don't like shopping. I'm a very efficient shopper. I know exactly what I want. And that's when I don't buy online. I just go in, grab it, and then I'm out. So no, the malls don't do anything for me, and I will be in absolutely no rush to go to the mall, Edmund. Thank you for asking. I'm not sure if you like the malls. Maybe you do because you're asking me that, but let me know. Nexus, hey Clay. Hello, Nexus. Hell of a shot. I thought you said you'll do this on IG. No, hell of a shot. I don't do any Canucks stuff on Instagram. Everything is on YouTube. And then I've toyed around between Facebook and Instagram live streams in the middle of the week. I've done it on Facebook the last 2 Wednesdays, and it's been really, really good actually, been bringing on people to chat with me there. So no Canucks stuff on Instagram. Like I'll post some residual stuff and things, but that's not where I focus any of my Canucks content. So there's the $5 from Justin. Thank you, appreciate that. Edmund, personally, I wouldn't mind Chicago beating Edmonton. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either. I think it'd be fine if, I think we have a better chance against Chicago, but I do like our chances against Edmonton as well. Of course, they're a very good team, or at least they have 2 good players. Dexter, get donating, guys. I'm out of money. Nux, when the kid's coming down, 10:30. Jacob is coming down. Dexter, I just saw your comment. I'll get to it when I get to it. Jamie, hey Clay, how's it going with you, buddy? I'm great, Jamie. I hope you are well as well. Guzzler, do you work for Shaw? I'm not sure if you're asking me, but I don't. No, I work for the Catholic Archdiocese. Justin says, Guzzler, is that Kessler in your photo? And Guzzler says, yes. So there's a Kessler photo for a Guzzler. Ryan says, I got a haircut. Finally no longer look like a hippie. Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with long hair, but I'm a advocate of short hair myself. Ryan, I'm sure you look good as always. GLCPC. Rome, the YouTuber at Top Shelf Hockey picked the Canucks to go to the finals. Yeah, I really like Top Shelf Hockey. I've never met him, but he's a really, really nice guy. We message each other quite a bit. And I did not know that he picked the Canucks to go to the finals. I will have to check that out, and I will have to give him a pat on the back. That's pretty cool. Thanks for letting me know, Rome. That's awesome. Hell of a shot. So we got word that Ferland is confirmed to play hockey again. Hell of a shot. No, I don't think there's been confirmation. We just hear that he's been skating with no setbacks, or at least he's almost to full health. I don't know if they need him for this playoff run. Especially, I don't know if they want him in this playoff run, if they want him to heal up, but maybe now is as good a time as any time to play. So I am worried about Ferland. So we'll see. We'll see. But from all intents and purposes, I thought that he was getting close to returning to play. Whether that's this season or not, so tough to say. Edmund, I think this 24 playoff thing is successful. I think it could be a new thing. Yeah, Edmund, I heard them talking about that on the radio too. because now instead of 16 markets getting excited with the playoffs, you have 24. And whether you count the first round like a play-in round, so the true playoffs is 16, because you don't want 24 out of 32 teams making the playoffs. That's 75%. But if you have 75% of the teams in contention for playoffs, and then you drop down to the true 16, i.e. 50%, that might make more sense. But yes, Edmund, I could see, if they're going well this year, I can certainly see them continuing to use it. Justin, another $3 US. That's very kind and very generous of you. Thank you. Jarhead, if we do play in July, what do you think will happen with Horvat's wife expecting? Can it be tough for him? Yeah, I think, every person has a different scenario. I know, didn't Alex Burrows have a kid the night after he slayed the dragon, and then he came back and practiced, or maybe it was the day of the slaying the dragon? I know these athletes are gonna prepare for the best case scenario, whatever that is, and you can't fault them if they decide to stay home with their firstborn, and especially if there's any health complications with his wife Holly. You can expect them to stay at home and miss a few games, or miss a week, or miss a few days. And you certainly wouldn't blame them if they played as well. We've heard stories about that, especially if the delivery is healthy and the mother and the baby are healthy. So tough to say. We'll see what happens. But with Horvat's wife expecting, it really depends on when the baby is born and when the team is supposed to play. But that's a good question, Jarhead. Dexter, how do you think Pettersson, Hughes, Besser, and all the young guys will do in a play-in, potentially a playoffs? It's a different style of game. It is a different style of game, but I love the youth, Dexter, of our team. And I think Pettersson's hungry. I think Hughes is hungry. Besser's hungry. These guys are all hungry to get some playoff experience in. I think as long as they don't go too crazy and get too excited and start to be careless, but I don't think they're going to be uptight. Yeah, it's a different experience for them, but these guys are professionals. They've played in championships all throughout their lives. Of course, not the NHL, but I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. Jamie, hey Clay, when do you think that our 24-team playoffs, when do you think that our 20, so Jamie, I'm not sure what the question is there. Jarhead, I don't even know who's on the Wild top line. I think it was Stahl, Fiala, and Greenway. So not the biggest threat, but Fiala was playing pretty well when the season stopped. Jarhead, I think I saw the Canucks plus 3,200 to win the cup on Odd Shark. Gonna put some small change on. Yeah, you put $100 on it, you win. You get 32 to 1 odds basically. So if you want to put a couple $100 on there, then you're winning. You put $300 there, and you're winning 10 grand. That might be worth it. Oh, that's good to know. Plus 3,200. Yet Top Shelf Hockey has them going to the finals, which is pretty cool. Ryan, could be 1 week, could be a month. We don't have any bookings at work, so no bookings means no work. Okay, man, I hope that works out for you. Dexter, does anyone under 30 use Facebook? I don't know. Probably not, in all seriousness. Facebook's good for people my age, 45 years old, and our parents, and people our year. Yeah, I do know some teens on there, but of course, teens are on Instagram, teens are on Snapchat, teens are on TikTok. These are all things that I have accounts, or I used to have accounts for, but I rarely use. I'm a YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter type guy. Actually, my biggest influence is on Twitter. I have more followers on Twitter than I have YouTube subscribers. I have 4,800 followers on Twitter, 4,400 subscribers here. It's good. I'm very happy with that. It's not amazing. Like, there's a lot of guys that have a lot more than I do, but I'm certainly happy with my number. Dexter, Facebook, don't go in unless you've got your walking cane ready to go in your handicap parking spot or your elderly parking spot. Edmund, I visited Metrotown and Pacific Center. It did feel weird. Not all the shops were open, but I don't mind the mall. But I went there to feel a bit more human, and also I needed a pair of shorts. Okay, well, two very important priorities, feeling human and getting a pair of shorts. Sean and Jacob went to the mall on Friday very quickly, and they said the same thing, that everyone was wearing masks and that only a third to half of the stores were open. Metrotown's open. I thought it was closed still. No, it sounds like it's open. Jarhead. Justin, I think Stahl, Parise, Fiala on their top line. Yeah, I heard it's Stahl, Fiala, and Greenway, but 2/3 right there, Justin. Edmund, Metrotown was open when I was there on Friday, and I bought my lunch from the food court. What'd you eat, Edmund? Jarhead, that's a weak top line. I agree. Dexter, do you think Furlan is better suited on the third or the fourth? On the third line, it would be Furlan, Gaudette, Virtanen. On the fourth, it would be Furlan, Beagle, Mott. Yeah, and then Sutter's in there too, Dexter, because Sutter, you want his playoff experience in there, and the fact that he can take draws as well. But yeah, I could see him being on either line, actually. He has the offensive ability to actually play on the third line as opposed to the fourth. You could go Furlan, Gaudette, Virtanen, and then your fourth line could be any three of the four of Roussel, Beagle, Sutter, and Mott. Justin, Jarhead, please don't gamble. Oh, that's good advice from Justin. Edmund, Clay, did you read the recap of AEW All or Nothing from Saturday? The main event was great. Yeah, I watched, I read the recap and I caught some highlights. That stadium Stampede match looked crazy. Dexter, I'm just nervous for Hughes as the forechecking is very hard. Imagine getting hit by Greenway or Reeves. Yeah, but Hughes has been eluding players all year this year. And as long we want the refs to call the games tight like they do in the regular season, but we also know that they kind of put the whistle in the proverbial pocket in playoff time. So Hughes will just have to battle through it, just like Pedersen will, and any skill guys throughout the league. But yeah, that'll be very interesting to watch. Jarhead, just for fun, I think that's the gambling. Justin, Greenway, my bad. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. No, Justin, 2 out of 3 ain't bad at all. Hell of a shot. When the NHL starts the 2014 play-in round, the top 4 teams of each conference should play each other at least once to help get them in the rhythm of the playoffs and get their blood pumping as well. Yeah, hell of a shot. That's what they're talking about. There's the top 4 on each side play a little round robin. So you get 3 games in. And remember, if any of those best of 5s are sweeps, it's the exact same thing. It's 3 games for them. But yeah, they're going to play each other, so at least they're not just sitting there, so they get in game action. And then who knows if they're going to put any merit, any weight on those game results. Jamie, hey Clay, when do you think the 2014 playoffs is going to start? I mean, thank you, Jamie, for the clarification. They're talking about, they still need 6 to 8 weeks by the time you get everyone into a city. They quarantine for 2 weeks, then they have training camp. Yeah, so maybe not 6 to 8 weeks, maybe that's 4 to 6 weeks. But I don't see it starting any earlier than July. So then if you go July, you're basically going July, August, September. And July might even be, I think they can't go any later than that. You start August now, you're going in October. But I think it's going to be July or August. And that's presuming that everything goes well until then. Edmund, I got chicken and beef stir fry from Koya. Yeah, can't go wrong with Koya, Shogun, any of those Japanese places. Ito in Richmond Center. Justin, if the Canucks get past the Wild, what a matchup it'll be against the Avs. Yeah, Hughes versus Makar. Talked about that. I talked about Pedersen versus McKinnon. Then you have guys like Besser, Miller, and Horvat against Landeskog and Rantanen. It's going to be a really, really fun series, but we got to get there first. Jamie, hey Clay, when is your next Instagram live show? Because we can talk more again. Please let us know so we can talk to you again. It was fun. Jamie, yeah, I'm not going to do Instagram chats. I actually prefer the Facebook chats, and usually they're Wednesday at 7:30. Guzzler, what percent of milk do you drink, Clay? Guzzler, I drink 2% milk when I drink milk. What percent milk do you drink, Guzzler? What percent of milk does anyone drink here? Dexter, playing McKinnon wouldn't be fun. Oh yeah, it would be fun to watch, but yes, the guy's a beast. I think he's the second best player in the NHL right now behind Connor McDavid, so he would be crazy. Jake, pull up a stool. Here comes Jacob. Jarhead, what other play-in match intrigues you? Flames versus Jets. Yeah, Flames versus Jets is going to be good. I think Toronto-Columbus will be good, that 8-9. Pittsburgh-Montreal will be good as well. So those are the 3 that stand out to me, aside from the Vancouver one. Is Calgary-Winnipeg, Toronto-Columbus, and Pittsburgh and Montreal. Guzzler drinks 1% and 2%. Cool. Justin, as big of a Canucks fan I am, McKinnon scares me. Ditto. Dexter, what do milk percentages mean? I think it has to do with the percent of fat, maybe. I don't know. Hell of a shot. Since now we're going to get 2014 playoff, I wonder how this will affect our cap space for next season. We don't know actually what the cap's going to be. Great question though, but it's going to affect a lot of things we do in the summer. Roma, the playoffs start in July. This pandemic break will be longer than the regular offseason. Yeah, we're going to be going to 4 months by then. Yep. Ryan, Clay, I'm falling asleep a lot at night, watch TV, and wake up at my couch at like 3 and 4 a.m. Is that bad? Well, it's bad if you're supposed to be with someone else or in a bed. That doesn't sound right. But no, there's nothing wrong with falling asleep in front of the TV. You're just wasting a little bit of energy. And I'm not sure if your living room couch is as comfortable as your bedroom. Next, Toronto and Boston. Yeah, whoever wins Toronto versus Columbus will get Boston. And then Justin, I thought Jacob was going to come down and put Clay in a chokehold. Just choking. Ryan says 1%. Okay. Next few questions will be for Jacob, but we will announce what we're doing. So,
that's so cool.
Yeah, it's a 2014 bracket.
I like that. Is that like for real?
Yeah. So we're gonna be number 7. So the top 4 get a bye.
Oh, I like how they did it.
These 8 play down to 4, right? Now you have 8 versus 8. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know how brackets work.
Oh, tough guy.
Smartest.
All right. So this is Jacob. We haven't seen him in a couple weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. People have been relatively understanding that we're not going to have the Royal Rumble.
That's good.
And I explained to them that it was a group decision that me, you, and Sean all made,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Which is true, right?
Okay.
Well, yes or no? Now
Yeah.
they're going to think I'm lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Dexter says, Clay is scared of Jacob. I'm not scared of this guy.
Yeah.
Maybe we should scrap.
People are scared of me.
No. Scared of what? That you don't have a normal, good-looking shirt on? Like,
Muscles. No. You just laugh at your own joke.
I'm a funny guy. Move over a bit.
I am as close as I can be.
No, you can.
Yeah,
I mean, no,
okay.
you are. Okay. Okay. So, Ryan says his couch is too comfy. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do 10 minutes max questions for Jake because I've caught up. And then after 10 minutes, and even if we don't get to 10 minutes, that's fine. Then we will share what we're going to do instead of that Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we simply didn't want to hurt each other because we don't want to do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. Hell of a Shot says, good burn, Jake.
Thank you. You too.
Ryan says, I live by myself. That's fine. Justin says, it feels like this is the press conference. Yeah, we're just waiting for a few more reporters to take their seat, but no. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good announcement. Edmund, hey, Jacob, how does it feel to visit the mall again since phase 2 started? I mentioned that you and Sean were in Richmond Center.
Oh, yeah.
Because Edmund went to Metrotown.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, visiting the mall was very interesting, mainly because we got bubble tea in the food court, and then it was just weird to see many other stores not open. So it felt like half of the mall was alive. I was completely deceased.
What percent? Not deceased.
Gone?
Deceased means dead.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
No,
Dead.
but they're gonna. Okay, I don't think you should say deceased when we're talking about. Okay, anyways, what percentage of stores would you say were open?
Maybe 30 to 40%.
What percentage of people would you say were wearing masks?
Oh, that's like 80%. Yeah.
What percentage of people would you say were good looking?
Well, I can only see their eyes and above. That's kind of hard to judge, but maybe like a 7.
So 7%.
Yeah,
All right. Ryan says, "Hey Jacob, hope you're doing well."
I am doing very well. Thank you. How are you?
He's falling asleep on his couch apparently until 3 or 4 in the morning.
That's good.
Edmund, do you guys go to Richmond Center Mall?
Yes, we do. We used to go a lot, but now with the quarantine, probably not.
Yeah. I hate going to the mall.
Why so?
Don't need to. It's a waste of time. Just walk around and
Oh, yeah, you don't go to malls very often.
do other stuff. Justin says, what bubble tea did you get?
I got a milk tea, less ice, no pearls.
Is that what the kind you've always been getting?
Yep.
I know what a pearl is. You're going to explain to me what a pearl is.
What?
It's that little black thing that you get stuck in your straw sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things. I don't like them.
I've never had bubble tea.
That's weird.
That was my declaration.
That's so weird.
No reaction from you?
That you've never had bubble
Yeah.
tea? I don't think you told me that. But I've never
Sucks. Dexter, do you think Jim Benning and Travis Green have been doing some at-home workouts?
Those are real people, right?
Yeah, Dexter. Travis
Yes,
Green is our coach and Jim Benning's our GM.
I'm sure they're not together, but separately, they'll probably be working on their home ice rinks.
I think Travis Green has got to stay in decent shape.
Yes.
He's the coach.
He has to yell at people.
Well, he's a foreign player. Jim Benning, maybe not, but Jim Benning's got to work the phones, right, and do contracts.
He's good
and
at
stuff
sitting down.
Justin, hi Jacob. Any news or ideas on when bowling alleys will be open for you guys again?
That is a good question. We have a group chat for the coworkers and the boss. So our expected plan is the first week of June, which is coming up very soon. The talk has been going on for, I think, a month or so. We don't know if it'll actually open. There's still a lot of prep to do to make sure that it's all quarantine safe, social distancing safe, but we'll see. Maybe in the next month or so.
So as a bowler, as a 2-time national champion, I presume you're very excited to get in there.
Yep.
And as an employee, it's going to be very challenging in all seriousness, right?
Yes.
Everything from shoes to wiping down surfaces.
I'm very scared to work again.
Yeah. And simple thing is no high fives between bowlers and
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah. A lot of changes.
Yeah. All right. So it could be in the next couple of weeks. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Ryan says, "What is bubble tea?"
Bubble tea is a
There's milk.
I don't know.
I don't know how to explain it.
It's a cold beverage.
Someone else, Edmund, you just seem like you know a lot about this kind of stuff in a good way. Edmund or Justin Lai or anyone, someone type up really quickly for Ryan what bubble tea is, because
It's a drink.
I have no clue, and this guy doesn't seem like he has a clue either. Edmund, I felt when I was at the mall, 99% of employees were wearing masks, and the busiest place was the Apple Store.
Oh, really?
Did you go past the Apple Store?
Yes, that's true. There was a long lineup for the Apple Store.
Rome says, Ryan, you seriously don't know what bubble tea is? You got to try it. I don't agree. Jarhead, hi Jacob, do you cheer your dad at roller hockey games?
Ooh, for the times that we do go once every few years.
Yeah, these guys, they're not very supportive.
I don't know. It's you don't
You
want
can-
to
you
you don't
can-
want
go
to
ahead.
cheer saying, "Hey, nice ball. Get up." Good block. Good.
Jacob,
I remember cheering for you when you got over the bench into the
you cheered for me when I made a line change.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Maybe we should fight. I want to throttle this guy.
Yeah.
Salty Jr., hey, hello Salty. Jamie, hey Jake, how's it going with you, buddy?
With Buddy?
No, how's it going with you, buddy?
Oh, things are going well, buddy.
Justin, donate to get Clay a bubble tea.
Ooh,
No, don't save your money on that one for sure.
You too.
Manpreet, such positive people. Nice to see. Thank you, Manpreet. We trust that you're positive as well.
100%.
GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club.
CLCBC.
Not the CBC.
CBC.
We're not a
News
TV station. Oh my gosh.
GLC.
Edmund, Jacob, are you going to go back to school in June or sticking with online classes till the
I'm
end?
going to stay online, mainly because it's more convenient, and I actually am doing better online. It's very easy for my school, at least personally, and I'd rather be much safer in my home instead of going out into the world.
Do you have the option to go back as even high school?
Yeah.
But you said no.
I said no.
Okay, that makes sense.
I didn't want to.
Yeah. Salty, would you say the Canucks made the playoffs, or would you say they're in once they win the play-in round? So that play-in round,
Ooh, that's a good question.
you know what I was talking about, right?
Yeah.
This is the play-in round.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say, well, usually in our 16 bracket, this
In
is
our what?
In a 16 team
Oh,
bracket,
16.
right?
Yeah.
This would be definitely an extra round to win, right?
Right?
That sucks.
So some are saying that this play-in shouldn't count once you get to 16. That's your true playoff, which is what I say. This play-in isn't a playoff because if you count, you got to get to 16 and count that as a playoff because it means a difference for draft order,
Yeah.
for conditional picks, bonuses, all that kind of thing.
This is like the warm up.
Yeah,
The qualifier.
that's a good way of saying it.
Yeah.
Good question, Salty. Dexter, they're in once they win the play-in round. Yeah, so Dexter agrees with us. Ryan, I haven't had it, so that's bubble tea. Edmund, Asian drink has tapioca smoothie, best way to describe it. A tapioca
that's a
smoothie.
great way.
See, I knew I could count on Edmund.
Good job, Edmund.
Dexter, I've never had bubble tea either. That's okay, Dexter. All the cool guys haven't. You must drink a lot of it. Okay. That was funny. Ryan, that was funny. Ryan, the only tea I drink is peppermint tea or I can't say that word, chamomile or whatever. Yeah. Yes, I'm boring. No, you're not boring. You fall asleep on your couch. Jamie, hey Clay and Jake, are you guys going to watch WWE Monday Night Raw tomorrow night?
I know you will.
I know I will.
I will not.
Okay, fine. Don't you like wrestling?
Wrestling.
Say
Yeah.
it.
I
You might
like-
offend half these guys.
I like
but-
certain type of wrestlers.
Like? Oh no. Keep it clean.
I like I like old wrestlers like The Rock, they're very well.
Yeah.
And the female ones.
Okay, thank you for your honesty.
I like their drama.
Why don't you combine them? Do you like the old females?
No, that's gross.
Salty Jr. Since you're a Canucks season ticket holder, what happened to the rest of your tickets? Great question, Salty. They've given us credit basically that we can apply to next year's games, presuming that they aren't playing, right? Any NHL going forward will be in hub cities, which Vancouver is still in contention, but obviously our tickets won't count for that because we won't be going to games. So to answer your question, for the final 6 games, they've applied it to our seats, our tickets for next year. And if you're not going to renew, then I guess you get a cash refund, but we are certainly going to renew. Edmund, Variety, each place can do like an Oreo bubble tea, but for the most part, like smoothie, best way to describe it. Yep. Okay, good. Smoothie, good. Hell of a shot. Is Clay good at screening his own goalie?
Do you play defense?
No, I'm a forward.
Fast forward?
I'm not a VCR, okay? I'm not fast forward. So I'm actually very good in front of either net. My own net, blocking shots, or the opponent's net, blocking shots from my teammates. In fact, their favorite play, because they know I go straight to the front net. No one cross-checks me across the face or in my neck because they know I'm harmless. But I have blocked a lot of shots with my big butt, and sometimes they go in. Why are you laughing? You do what you got to do.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, thank you. Justin, there's a bubble tea with burned brown sugar. It's so good. Well, I trust you, Justin. Hell of a shot. Clay Bertuzzi in the house. I'm not sure if that's a comment on my big butt or the way that I can be a power forward. Manpreet, who would you trade Podkolzin and Demko for Jack Hughes?
No.
Do you know who any of those three guys are?
Jack Hughes is the brother of Quinn Hughes, which we do have on our team. Quinn Hughes being a front runner with Pedersen.
Good. And Jack Hughes is Quinn Hughes' younger brother, who's a forward for New Jersey.
I don't know who
Podkolzin, we drafted him in our first round last year. That's interesting, Manpreet, because you could reunite the Hughes brothers or have them on the same team and keep them here for a long time.
It's like Henrik and Daniel story.
I would look into that. I would consider it, but that's presuming that we can get another good goalie because Demko is going to be a very good goalie. Edmund, did my best, thanks. And Podkolzin is going to be good too, by the way. So off the top of my head, no, but Jack Hughes is going to be very good as well. Oh, it's tough to say. That's a great question, Manpreet. Edmund, did my best. That was the description of bubble tea. Dexter said Clay's on fire. Why, thank you. The usual. Hell of a shot. Jake, who do the Canucks keep? Thatcher Demko or Jacob Markstrom?
I think we actually keep Demko, mainly because Markstrom's going to get expensive.
Whoa!
Was that good?
I'm actually impressed. For people that aren't on these vlogs, usually this guy knows nothing about the Canucks. So for him to even sound remotely smart, very impressive. Salty, when would there be the playoff start date? Any idea? I know Borders play well. Yeah, they're looking at July. July right now. Edmund, Jacob, do you know who Ric Flair is?
Ric Flair.
He has one signature catchphrase.
I'm on fire.
No, it's woo!
Oh, from all the hockey games.
Yeah, well, some would say that's David Lee Roth, but yes. Yeah. Manpreet says, which NHL player does Clay play like?
Chara.
No. You're going to say Bufflin.
Oh, what's goalie's
just Manpreet, just pick any third or fourth liner guy who works hard, who's a decent skater, but has got like hands of steel. So pick
Schneider.
Pick any third or fourth line player like that. That's who I play with. All right, a few more. Salty. I think Canucks have the skill to win a cup, but I think players need to grow a bit and get bigger and stronger and grow connections like the 2011 team was. Yeah, the 2011 team was good. And we know today was the 9-year anniversary of the Canucks beating San Jose in Game 5, double overtime. The Stanchion assisted goal by Bieksa, I posted it on Twitter. I was at that game, and I put my live footage up there. It was very, very exciting to reminisce. And we can reminisce every year, but I think this year, because there's no hockey, we're doing it even more so. Dexter. Oh, no. Jamie says, hey, Jake, are you a fan of The Undertaker?
Undertaker. No, I'm not much.
And Jamie's beautiful wife, Shelley, favorite wrestler is The Undertaker.
Oh, that's sweet.
Undertaker is good. Dexter, Clay must have... What's that?
That's a cake.
Clay must have cake?
He's referring to your butt.
Okay.
And I do not look at that unless you like that, but no, not me.
Ryan, Jacob, do you know what tracking is on a VCR? Because
Like
I said fast forward. So what's tracking? This is a legit question.
like tracking on
VCR. Do you know what VCR is?
VCR is the old
Yeah, cassette tape, yeah.
tracking. Is that recording or playback?
No, it's when there are lines, usually at the top or at the bottom of the screen, and the tracking dial is to try and get rid of those lines.
Oh, really?
It just realigns the tape heads.
Huh.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
That's odd.
Yeah, Salty. How much for Marquis for a contract? I'll handle that one. I think it's going to be 5.5 to 6, maybe 5.5. But I don't think you want to go any more than 5 to 5.5. It's going to be tricky. Justin, no way the Devils would trade Hughes. That's fair. Justin, yeah, and they probably wouldn't do it for Podkolzin and Demko. Good point. Hell of a shot. Good answer on Demko, Jake. Who do the Canucks sign next season? Tyler Toffoli or Chris Tanev? 2 real players.
Aren't they both on the Canucks team?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Who are they going to sign for next season? Because they both have contracts that run out.
Oh,
Toffoli's the forward.
Toffoli,
Why?
because he's younger.
He is younger.
Yeah.
And
I know who Tanev is, so that must
Tanev's older.
That must mean he's been on the team for a while.
Good process of elimination. Excellent. Jordan, what's your favorite Canucks jersey of all time?
I like the dark black blue one with the normal Canuck looking thing.
The one I have? The flying skate? The
No,
Quinn
not
Hughes?
the skate. Not the normal like sharp. Not
Orca?
Orca.
Yeah.
But then with the black and the like, it's like a red vintage, not vintage, but I used to look in that picture. The one that I was wearing.
Oh, so the blue. Which one
The
are you?
dark blue one.
Yeah. Okay. So the regular home jersey. Yeah, that's the home jersey, the blue one.
No, not the home, but like the one they used to wear. Because not this blue one that they're wearing, but the black one version of that. It's not fully black, but it's like a dark blue one.
Okay.
Do you remember?
No, I'll have to look up what you're talking about. Okay, but I believe you. I like the black skate. But thank you for asking. All right, let's finish off here, and then we'll get to our announcements. Tracking clears up the screen. Yes, it does, Ryan. Nux, Jacob, what shows have you been watching lately?
How I Met Your Mother, The Office. That's it for now.
Dexter, have you watched Outer Banks?
I tried to watch it. I watched the first 20 minutes of the first episode, and then I had to do homework after that.
Is it better than its precursor, the Inner Banks? Jacob, what's up with your cross necklace?
Something wrong with it?
No, just to explain it, what it is.
It's a crucifix, which represents the crucifixion, which happened 3 days before Easter, the resurrection of the Lord. It's a symbol for Christianity and mainly Christianity, and I wear it every day. And
Awesome.
I'll only take it off for haircuts.
I wear it too, but mine's wooden. I'm cheaper. Edmund, have you and your brother been playing more NHL 20? Edmund, we're going to get back to that in about 2 minutes. Dexter, he's talking about the blue and red Canucks jersey with the Orca.
That one.
Okay, I know, and I do know which one you're talking about now. Do we have one upstairs?
No, we got rid of it.
Yeah, we gave it away. Okay. Thank you, Dexter. Nux, I think he's saying the jersey Bertuzzi wore in the home opener. Yeah, that makes sense. I can picture it exactly right now.
I can't.
James, just find your channel through Lego Rocks. Been enjoying your interview so far. Do you think Canucks will sign Levo? Thank you, James. I appreciate it. I had Gio, did an interview with Gio. And will the Canucks re-sign Levo? Yeah, but they're going to sign him really cheap, I think, because unfortunately he's got no bargaining power because he got hurt. Jamie, hey, Jacob, do you like Hulk Hogan?
Not a fan.
Hell of a shot. Another awesome answer to Foley, Jake, for Foley. Who the Canucks sign next season, Stetcher or Trampkin? Stetcher's from Richmond, Trampkin's from Russia.
I like the Russia guy.
He's kind of like Chara. No, that's probably why you like him.
Trampkin. I like him.
Okay. Guzzler, they should bring back that blue-red Orca jersey. Yeah, I'm starting to picture how good it looked now, actually. And lift you all around. Are you a good pool player too, Jake?
Ooh, pool. Yes, I do like playing pool.
This guy's actually good with those hand-eye things, right? Bowling, Rubik's cubing, speed stacking, pool, ping pong, ding dong. Badminton. Very good. Edmund, Jacob, do you know who Owen Hart is?
No.
Wrestler who passed away 20 years ago now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he fell from the ceiling.
That's so bad.
And it's sad.
During
an actual pay-per-view. They didn't show it on TV, thank God.
Oh, that's terrible.
But yeah, he was being lowered, like a superhero entrance, and he fell off his
harness.
Yeah, really, really scary.
Sucks.
And last question, and then Jacob, Charlotte Flair or Ronda Rousey?
Rhonda.
Do you know who Charlotte Flair is?
No.
Ric Flair's sister, daughter.
Really?
Yeah.
Ric Flair.
And last question, and then we will end this. Do you play snooker?
Oh, I played once for my birthday. He took me. It was really hard.
We were really bad.
It was hard.
The table was massive. We didn't know the rules. We were chasing. It was really, really bad.
Yeah.
And hell of a shot said, Jacob, you're the man. 3 out of 3.
Thank you. 100%.
All right. Very good. Okay. Just stay here for the announcements. Thanks, everyone, for all the questions to Jake. So I said right off the bat that we are not going to do the 3-man Royal Rumble or fight today. Actually, we couldn't even do it because Sean and Jake were part of this youth ministry event, and Sean is still meeting with the leaders right now. So we couldn't even do it today, the fight anyways. But, and like I said, if you guys want, any of you want your money back, we will happily give that back. Just email me at clayemo@shaw. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Next week, we are gonna play, oh, Nux 649, you just read our mind. We are gonna play a mini NHL 20 tournament. Now, what we're gonna do is Jacob, Sean, and I are gonna play one game, and we're gonna stream this, but we're not gonna stream it completely to the screen where you can't hear us or we're wearing headsets or whatever. We're gonna go old school. We're just gonna take my phone, we're gonna show us playing on the TV, you're gonna hear us talking live, kind of native footage, whatever it is. So we're gonna play one game of ones, right? Me versus you versus Sean, which,
Yep.
who do you think's gonna win that?
Sean will probably win that one.
Okay, and then whoever wins will get a bye, and then the other two guys will have to play a game of threes, and then we will the winner of that will play the other guy in a game of threes as well. So you're guaranteed 3 games that you're gonna watch us play. Yeah, someone said stream it on Twitch.
I don't think my dad would know how to use Twitch.
Do you guys know how?
No. Well, kind of, but then...
So if you, hell of a shot, if you stream it on Twitch, if I stream it on Twitch, but then there's nothing to do with YouTube, right?
You have to switch over back to YouTube, say, if you want to continue.
Yeah, you know, for this fun one, because we wanted you guys to kind of get the whole ambiance, we're gonna film it kind of ghetto thing. No Dexter, no 5-on-5.
No,
so
there's penalties in that.
Hell of a shot. Yeah, send me a video and I'd be open to it. But I don't have a lot of time to research this week. But regardless, we're going to play ones. Sean versus Jake versus me. The 2 losers will play one game of threes to play the winner of the first ones game. And that is what we're going to do. That will probably last us 20 to 25 minutes instead of that 1 minute scrap that we were going to do. And Dexter, I know you might not like the format, but that's actually what we do all the time when we play. Is we play one game of ones and then we go into the threes because we find the threes much more exciting than the 5s. So yeah, and Edmund says Twitch streaming, you would need to install different programs. So no, we're gonna go ghetto. We're gonna do it at 10 o'clock, the usual time next week. And this is what we're gonna do. We had $52 last week. We have $11 now, so that's a total of 63. If we get that up to 100 I'll leave the stream on for the next 5 minutes. If we get that up to 100, we will not only have our 3-game NHL 20 tournament, we will then walk into the next room and we will do a round robin ping pong tournament for you as well. So potentially next week, it could be NHL 20 and it could be ping pong as well. Maybe. But that's only if we get to
it's up to you
$100 bucks. Yeah, but don't, for those of you, don't go rating like credit cards and scrounging up. We're very happy with the 52 we got last week, the 11 we got this week, and I think that's enough. So that's $63 that we're gonna donate, split between Canucks for Kids Fund and the SPCA, and we will do our NHL tourney next week. So I see some other formats that I'll go through, and maybe we'll talk about it throughout the week. But really, yeah, that's it. You want to go now while I do my wrap up, or do I stay here for a minute? Okay, thanks for coming.
No problem.
Say bye to everyone.
Good night. Have fun. See you next week when I do all right.
No, Dexter, don't go get a credit card. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Maybe.
Well, if it's your credit card, fine, but not if it's your folks' credit card. Okay, I'm gonna do these last few comments and then. Okay, good. You're kidding. Better format. Yeah, Dexter, I know, but this is the format we like. We like playing ones than threes. Dexter says, whoever wins ones gets a bye to 5s, then losers will play ones in a 3s match to determine. Yeah, that's true. Then we would show all 3 formats, right? 1s to 3s, then 5s. I think, Dexter, that is a fair comment. I will bring it up with the 2 boys. Sean's going to wipe the floor with us anyways. Really, the comedic value will be me versus Jake. I think the challenge will be, well, I'll show you right now. The challenge will be, I think, so we would probably, that's what the setup looks like at my house. So we would have the game up there. I don't know if it's streaming though, if the backlight's gonna cause a problem. And then we will sit on stools here and put the camera right here so you can hear us talking as we play. So I know it's not as good as like streaming directly to Twitch or whatever, but I do want to be able to be mobile, agile, and also use my computer that I'm streaming off of. I mean, at least viewing. So I hope that makes sense. Whoops, I just covered up the camera. That probably wasn't the best live stream format, but that's kind of what we're talking about. So I hope you look forward to that next week. That'll be next Sunday, May the 31st. So thank you. That's been another hour. Went by super, super fast. Before I go, if you want to hit the like button, I would not oppose that. And I hope you guys have a really good week. Haven't lined up any interviews yet this week, but I have a couple fun projects that we are going to be doing. And Dexter, thank you for that affirmation that NHL 20 tournament is better than a Royal Rumble. I actually, in all seriousness, I think it'll be much more entertaining for all of you guys. So thank you. Thank you. I know you could be doing anything else right now. You could be studying, you could be working, watching TV, sleeping, falling asleep on your couch like Ryan does until 3 or 4 in the morning. But I appreciate you being with us here tonight. So this week, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Thanks again for coming on here. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Like this video if you haven't liked this video already. I'll check in with you throughout the week on Twitter. I'm at Canuck Clay, and I'll see you next week, 10 o'clock. Get ready for an Emo Boy NHL 20 tournament. Have a great week, everyone. God bless you. Take care.